Good morning, everyone. Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. Car Chronicles. Good morning, guys. I see y'all coming in. Good morning to everyone. Oh, good morning, everybody. It's a little rainy this morning. Oh, that means I'm gonna be sleepy at work. It means I will be sleepy at work. Now I was at home yesterday. It didn't rain at all yesterday. Now today I'm going into the office and it's raining. Go figure. Okay. Go figure. But it's all good. It is all good. Thank y'all for joining, honey. Thank you guys for joining. Let's go ahead and get started. Hi. Good morning, everybody coming in. If we have any content creators in the buildings thus far, thank y'all for being here as well. Thank you, mods, for being here as well. Let's get started. Tory Lanez is appealing his case, all right, with Megan Thee Stallion, all right, aka I like to call her the horse. All right, Tory says that he regrets not testifying in the Megan Thee Stallion trial and says that he was misguided by his former attorney, which is why he was found guilty. All right. I would say evidence played a big part in you being found guilty, sir. And then now you want to appeal this case. I think you're forgetting that you just did a whole admission on a jail phone call to one of the people who was supposed to be testifying in the case that got up there and said they don't remember nothing, but you in a said phone call remembering everything. So I don't know if it's a great idea for him to be appealing this case, especially with this phone call coming out where he's pretty much admitting that he was there and that certain things happened that should not have happened in that particular incident, and he was a part of what happened and the cause of it. Okay, so I mean, I get it, you don't want to spend all these years in jail, but you got to be, you know, it's got to make sense. You're spending money that you should not have to spend appealing this case because there's so much evidence against you. And a lot of people, you know, were saying, well, hey, he does have a right to appeal it, but I mean, damn, be smart about it. Be smart about it. You did this to this woman. Hey, do your time and do what you need to do. His daddy's screaming and hollering. I did a video about him with his daddy with his messed up hairline, sprayed on hairline is out here. Talking about, oh, we forgive. Our family has decided to forgive Megan Thee Stallion. And I was like, boy, what kind of speech is this where you got to be singing it? You on your 4 scores and 3 years ago type BS. Like, we have decided to forgive Megan Thee Stallion. That's his ass. And on his IG, I said, what is going on here? I missed the memo. What happened? Did y'all send it to my junk mail? Let me check my junk mail. Yeah, I ain't get it. I ain't get it. I was like, bro, I'm gonna need you to bring that down. You're a little too pumped up with all this singing, child. I was like, Lord. He was giving the absolute most, y'all. So yeah, Tory done ran his mouth in this little phone call, honey, in this little jail phone call. Now he want to talk about he about to appeal something. I said, boy, go peel yourself somewhere and sit down and reflect and focus on why you did what you did and go on to serve this time. How about that? Okay, how about them apples? Go do that, because you're not about to get out. It don't matter who you get as attorney. I mean, evidence is evidence. You paying all this money for these high-priced attorneys. You done fired the last attorney because he had his ass, because they lost the case. He was mad because he lost the case, so he fired the last attorney. Now you done hired 2 more attorneys, high-profile attorneys, okay, to try to appeal this case, and it's just not gonna go the way he wants to. I'm sorry, it's just too much out there. And I already know since they released that phone call from jail, they're gonna pull that. I already know it in this appeal. They're gonna play that phone call in court for his appeal, you know, and his ass is gonna be found guilty again. So just, boy, let it go. Let it go, Tory. Everybody and their mama know that you guilty. Let's move on, child. Ladies, let me just say this. This next person I want to talk about in this next situation, it's a lot of men out there, and I'm not male bashing. It's women that's like this too, okay? But in this particular situation, when I saw this story, I said, yeah, I want to talk about this because we hear about it all the time, all right? MC Lyte, all right? Y'all know her. She's a rapper. MC Lyte, okay, was married to her now ex-husband. She was married for 3 years to this man. They met on Match.com, okay? For those of you that's doing the dating sites out there, y'all please be careful. Because there's people out there who live to seek out people for their own personal come up, all right? And this dude here is no different. Now, it said the MC Light filed for divorce after 3 years of marriage to a Marine vet that she met, like I said, on Match.com. His name is John White, all right? Now, they said the divorce was bitter and that they fought for 3 years, all right, with him refusing to sign off on the divorce. He didn't want to let her go, all right? And he was refusing to sign off on the divorce unless he received a huge cash settlement and alimony from MC Light, okay? Now, mind you, they had a prenup in place, which, you know, it was not able to be overturned as he tried to do. He tried to have the prenup overturned so he can get all this money. He tried to say that he didn't know who she was when he first met her. Bullshit. I'm sorry, when you met her on, he said he had to go and Google her to find out who she was. I mean, come on now. Everybody and their mama know who damn MC Light is. He knew who she was, and at the end of the day, bruh, you had already made up in your mind that you got this woman, you got her attention, and you knew she had a coin on her. So now you want to sit here and try to overturn a prenup and then come for her and say you're not going to sign the divorce decree unless you get all this money and alimony. Like, really? You're a retired Marine vet, so you getting money from the military, so you should be straight. Go out here and get a job. Get a job. What is wrong with these men who don't want to work and want women to take care of them? Now, she did all this time, you know, took all this time trying to get this divorce from this man because it just did not work out. And he had a motive of trying to get her money. I said, boy. So the courts determined, his name, like I said, is John White. The courts determined that John would not get a dime, okay? And like I said, the prenup was in place and it was upheld within the courts with the judge, all right? So this says that MC Light, that she even got to keep all of her possessions because he was trying to take stuff from her as well. And she also said, hey, she got a Subaru, honey. She said, and I want my Subaru as well. He ain't about to take my damn Subaru and my jewelry and everything else that I don't work hard for. I said, a Subaru? You out here riding around in the... Nothing against Subaru, but when I think of MC Light, I'm thinking like Mercedes or BMW, if you will, you know, something like that. She was like, bitch, you're not about to take my Subaru. I was like, Subaru? Ooh. Well, get your Subaru, baby. I don't know why that stuck out to me when I saw that. I was just like, Subaru? She was serious about that damn Subaru. I was like, girl, you must have had a body kit on that thing where you talking about this damn Subaru. But I ain't, like I said, no shade to anybody to drive a Subaru. But when I think about MC Light, somebody who's a rapper who got a nice little coin, I would think that you probably would have bumped up to like a Mercedes or something like that, you know? I don't know. But yeah, she said, I need my rings, my watches, and I'm gonna need my damn Subaru up off you. And I was like, okay, girl, go and get that Subaru. I ain't mad at you, baby. Do what you gotta do. And it says that as well as her term life insurance policy, she was able to hold on to that as well. All right. So like I was saying, he said he didn't know who she was, and I said that's total bullshit. That's total bullshit. So he had to go Google her to find out who she was. Had to Google her to find out who she was. No, you were Googling her to see how much money she had, so that you can go ahead and concoct your plan, so that if stuff didn't work out between the two of y'all, you can go ahead on and be out here getting you a nice little bag and be sitting up on her. Like Martell trying to do Melody. We already know that game. This is like the new game now that men like to play in terms of women taking care of them when stuff don't work out. So you mad at me, now you want to go after my bag. You mad at me, now you don't want to go to work and you want to sit at home and try to take the kids and get child support. That type of BS. Thank God she ain't have no kids by him, but still. It's men out there that will do that. You know good and damn well you do not want no hollering kids and have to be getting up, getting no kids ready for school and dealing with all that. But you don't want to see the wife with it, and then you want, in an effort to try to hurt her, is, oh, let me take the kids so she can turn around and pay me child support. Okay? And knowing good and damn well you're going to take the kids to your mama house and everybody else's house for them to be dealing with these kids while you collect the check. It's a game. Usher did it with his baby mama. Ludacris did it with his baby mama. Men out here taking the kids, honey, so they ain't got to pay child support. I said, get out of here. It's like the new thing now. It's the new style. Let me take the kids. I said, child, goodbye. His ass new, and he won't even good looking. Let's go there. Like, you got all these demands and you don't even look good. Like, I'm sorry. And I don't like to call people ugly, but I don't know what she was going through when she met him. Maybe he was just talking right. Sometimes men can have that good mouthpiece, but they be yuck. They have the yuck face, but that mouthpiece be on. You know? I don't know. Maybe she went through 2 or 3 panty liners when he was talking. I don't know what it was. I wasn't there. But she met him on Match.com, honey, and she just felt like he was the one. I was just like, I don't know about that girl. I don't know, child. He had you on the splash, honey, with the panty liner. And you was just like, yeah, you the one. Yeah, let's go on and do this thing. You went out here and married this crazy fool, and now he after your coins. See? Yeah, you got some men out there, honey, like Martell. He ain't shit. But he could talk these women up out their drawers, and that's why they be up on him like that. It's called pick-me's. We talk about it all the time. Yeah. Be talking to him and your eyes be like this, blinking and shit. Like, oh yeah, and that's how he talked to him. And you're the best thing since sliced bread. He be on that bullshit. And they be like, oh my God. Oh, let me go change my panty liner. I'll be back. Oh, I'll be back. Oh God, I'll be back. Like, boy, shut your ass up out here. Here you go. You got men out there like that. Got that good mouthpiece, baby. Be strong in the face. But that mouthpiece be on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I said, Lord. Y'all know we got to keep it real over here. We got to keep it 100. And that's what she's falling in love with. I said he had to have that good game, that mouthpiece, baby, was on. Because when I saw the picture of him, I was like, you got to be kidding me. MC Light, really? You going through a depression when you met him? Like, did you just get out of therapy and you weren't fully healed over what you were going through when you met him? Because I'm not seeing the connection here. He was maybe 3 steps up from Flavor Flav in my eyes. And we already know how Flavor Flav look, baby. Because you pour some water on him, baby, he will multiply. I already told y'all, he is part human and part gremlin. And I don't like to be talking about people like that, but Flavor Flav, if you're out there, sir, I love you. But please don't come outside when it's raining, because it's going to be 3, 4, 5 of you. That's all I'm saying. We're going to move on past that. Moving on. Martell, y'all. We talked about this a little bit last night. Martell, baby, is becoming difficult on this season of Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all. Yes, God. He is becoming difficult because he wants to write the narrative, honey. He acts like he works in production. That's how he feel. He want to write his own storyline, honey, and talk about what he want to talk about. He want to bring on who he want to bring on the show. All right? So he is trying to bring Ariana Curry on this show, baby. For Love and Marriage Huntsville as a part of his storyline to show how he's co-parenting with her. And he also wants to bring Sheree on the show as his love interest. Now, I already told y'all before that Melody had already made a statement as to if Ariana Curry was ever brought on this platform that she would walk. She was not trying to be filming with her. She don't want to be around her. She don't want to see her, know her, nothing. Martell also wants to have little baby Holt, a.k.a. LD, a.k.a. Knox, a.k.a. Lil Holt, a.k.a. y'all know he got 1,000 names, y'all. I could be a.k.a., a.k.a., a.k.a. Damn. So he's trying to also have him on the show as well. Ariana Curry has said, hell no. If I can't be on the show, then my son cannot film. That's pretty much what she's saying. She do not want him to be on the show if she cannot be on the show. Carlos King has already said Ariana will never be on the show because she's disrespectful as hell. She has made several negative comments on IG, and she has attached and pinned Oprah to these comments, being negative, blaming Oprah for the storylines that are shown on Love and Marriage Huntsville, saying that she's tired of people talking about her and lying on her and using her likeness. I don't know who taught her that new word, because every time she opens her mouth, that's what she uses, likeness. Can you spell likeness? Do you even know what likeness mean, Ariana? Because you stay talking about everybody else's likeness, but as soon as you feel like somebody's talking about you on a show that you say you don't even watch, so how do you know what is being spoken about on a show if you don't watch it? How can you tell me a whole rundown of a whole season of what's going on and what everybody is saying and or doing on this show if you don't watch it? It's coming off as being very contradicting, if you will. can't tell you about something unless I know about it and or I've watched it. So she always be sitting back in the bushes, stalking and looking for stuff to talk about. She does. She's stalking Mel. She's stalking Melody's mom. I told y'all I watched a live with Ariana Curry. And Miss Van's name popped up in the notifications that Miss Van had just popped on and or posted something on IG. Why would her name be popping up in your background on your live, Ariana? Why are you following Miss Van, which is Melody's mother? You on your single black female-ish. And that's crazy. So like I was saying, Carlos King has said no to the fact of Ariana being on this show. He don't want it. And he's not going to risk losing Melody, who is the fan favorite of this show and who actually pulls this show. Martell is upset with Melody, and he knows that Melody is not going to film with Ariana. So this is his get back, as to say, well, I want Ariana on the show. You know that you don't have a great co-parenting situation with no Ariana. The way y'all stay fighting back and forth on IG and going back and forth arguing. We, the fans, do not want to see nothing as it relates to you co-parenting with no damn Ariana because of how the situation transpired in the first damn place. We don't really want to see Lil Holt on there, like I said last night. His little badass running around, cartwheeling all over the set, kicking cords and stuff down, karate chopping production. Like, we don't want to see it. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. Like, they're already having to deal with Destiny's ass being as difficult as she is. Then they got to turn around and deal with Hope. And they got to turn around and deal with damn Ariana. Like, that's team too much just to be filming a show. So he is being difficult, and he is bucking up against Carlos because Carlos is telling him, no, you cannot have that. But now as it relates to Sheree, he's saying maybe Sheree can be on because she's already on a platform, which is Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay? So he's saying, yeah, it's okay if Sheree come on as your storyline, as your, love interest. But as it relates to Ariana, it's going to be a hell no. It's a no. It's a no. It's a no. And he's pissed about that. He's mad about that. He's been going off about that. About Carlos telling him no. Y'all know anytime you tell a narcissist like Martell no, then that's just how he acts. He has a temper tantrum. He has a temper tantrum. Don't know why he's pushing so for Ariana to be on this damn show. And she continues to say, I don't want to be on there because all they do is lie. I don't want to be on there. I don't want to be on there. But then behind the scenes, you're sitting down talking to Martell, telling him that, oh, I really do want to be on the show. See if you can get me on the show. Talk to Carlos. Ariana's spilling tea about stuff on the show that people should not even be knowing yet. Why is she talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville is having an emergency meeting with the cast? She's not on the cast. We talked about it. Ariana is not on the cast, so she should not be talking about anything as it relates to the show or the cast. That's why Carlos don't fool with her. That is why Carlos don't fool with her. Because she stays running her mouth. She stays running her mouth. All right. So Carlos has said no to the fact that Ariana will be filming, and we don't want to see it anyway. I don't feel like she needs a platform to be on there heckling Mel, talking about. She only wants to be on the show to get back at Melody. She hates Melody because she deep down wants to be like Melody. I done told y'all how she's got this little thing that she created at home where she cut out all these pictures of. She got a picture of herself, and then beside her is pictures of Melody. That's sick. How sick can you be? To be cutting out pictures of this woman and posting a picture of the person who you hate, who you say you hate so bad, beside you. And posting pictures of people from Love and Marriage Huntsville. And posting pictures of other bloggers on this little thing that she created. It's called like a little magazine thing she created. So you sitting home looking at pictures of this woman. It's so sick. Something's wrong with that girl. She is... Martell, I blame you. She got a little touch of that Stockholm syndrome. Whatever he tell her to do, however he tell her to act, that is exactly what she does. And it is crazy. Martell needs to be off the show. If he don't want to cooperate, he got to go. Period. Period. Carlos ain't going to get rid of him because he loves himself some Martell. Martell can do no wrong in his eyes. And that's the problem that I said before with Carlos King as it relates to this damn show. You're too close to the cast. You cannot differentiate your role from being friends with people on the show. You cannot correct them and tell them what they need to do and or not do and what you not going to tolerate on this show as it relates to them acting out and saying and doing things, because you are too invested in terms of friendships on the show with these people. And it's starting to affect the show and the direction of the show. Now, Melody was already saying she's tired of everybody using her as storylines, and it's true. They have. Everybody have been using this girl, talking about her in every single scene. The Scotts do it. We've seen it. Now Martell is saying, well, hey, Melody don't want to film with me no more. I can't really use her as a storyline, so I'm going to bring on her worst enemy on the show just to further heckle her, and piss her off. That's all it is, a means to piss her off. That's all it is. Martell he's trash. I don't like to say that about people, but he is trash. Martell is straight up trash. All right. I'm going to play a video for you guys later on today because I'm going to hop on and play something that I ran across today. Melody talked about Martell contacting one of her friends, well, a couple of her friends to be exact, that she's been friends with, she said, for years. Said that Martell was telling this said friend a bunch of negative stuff about Melody to try to turn this friend or these friends against Melody. Okay, he's trying to turn all of Melody's friends against her to make her feel alone, so she would turn around and come back to him. That's what he's trying to do. It's like reverse psychology, a mental thing with him. So he feels like if he could turn everybody against her, including her friends, y'all saw it on the stage where he said, if Melody is forgiving you, it's for a reason. You know, he was telling them, get away from her pretty much. Don't fool with her. Don't get away from Melody. Don't fool with her. Don't be friends with her. That's what he was saying at the reunion. So now he's reaching out to her friends and talking negatively about her. And these friends are contacting her to let her know what is being said. All right. So Melody says that Martell is going around talking negative about her to make her come back to him because she's refusing. She don't want him no more. But my thing is, why is it if you don't like me, you telling everybody that I'm such a horrible mother and such a horrible person? Why is it that you are pushing so for me to come back? And the way that he's doing it is just so psychotic. Why are you still tapping my phone? Why are you still talking about me to my friends to try to make them not like me if you moved on with your life and you so happy with Sheree? Why is that, Martell? Now, women were popping up in the comments where Melody was talking about what was going on between she and Martell. One particular female said that you and Martell is magic when you're together. And I'm praying for you guys in terms of praying that they work it out and get back together. And Melody was like, praying for what? Like, no, ma'am. Put me down for hell no on that one. Hell no. This woman went through hell through her marriage with him. And you got stupid women. And I don't like how people stupid. But in terms of that, that's stupid as hell for you to sit there knowing that a woman has been going through what they went through with Martell. Everybody and their mama know the story between Melody and Martell. For you to sit there and co-sign that BS from him. Because you will pick me. You've been sitting there probably looking at his pictures at his body with his standing there with his shirt off. So now you done created this mental mess in your mind as to say, oh, he's such a great man because he got a nice body. What are you basing that off of? What are you basing your opinions off of? Martell is trash. From the bottom of the dumpster, that wet part, that's Martell. I'm so sick of these pick-me's hopping in the comments talking about, oh, I'm praying y'all get back together. He's a good man. He's a great dad. Please stop that. I hope they never hop in my comments with that because I'm just going to have to let you know how I feel on that. That is just not the case. Good and Martell should never be in the same sentence. I'm going to say it again. Good, the word good or great should never be in the same sentence as it relates to Martell. He is trash. He's trash. And I'm saying it right here on my channel. He is trash. I hope somebody come over here on that BS and I'm blocking that ass. I'm just on that. I'm on that. I'm going to block that ass if y'all come over here on this old defensive mess about some Martell. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to read it. You're going to be off my channel if you're on that type of BS. And yes, you are entitled to your opinion, but yes, somewhere else. This is my channel. I don't want to read it. I don't care. I am going by what I see and what I know. I will not condone and or sit here and applaud somebody who is trash such as that. Period. Big dot, however you want to say it. Exclamation point. We can put that there. Burr, burr. I don't see it for him. Or any man or woman that do what he do. It's a hot damn mess. Hot damn mess. And then his ass running around here talking about he ain't gonna do no interview unless he get paid. Who paying you to sit around telling lies? He will not. He said that he is charging $3,000 for a 1 hour interview. So if you want to interview Martell to hear his lies, because he say the same shit in every interview. I done heard several interviews. Several interviews that he's done. He's talking about the same old mess. Same old mess. Recycled lies is what he's giving. So to interview him, and he got a person where you can call and set up interviews for him, or with him rather. For 1 hour, he charges $3,000 to do an hour interview with him to hear lies. Okay. And it has to be somebody who has the same mentality as him that agree pretty much with him. So he gonna do his homework and have his people do their homework on who the interviewer is, because he don't want nobody that's gonna be like, Martell, you were wrong for what you did to Mel. He don't want to hear that shit. It's got to be somebody who has the same mentality, who will not hold him accountable for the mess that he does. He don't want that type of interview, just like Destiny. Well, she want to sit up there talking about she felt like Anthony Lofty attacked her in the interview. She felt attacked. When you came in on the attack. You came in on the attack. You came in late as hell, first of all, 15 minutes late. Then you want to say that, oh, people were telling me not to interview with you. That is the energy that you came in on your interview with. And then you don't want to answer questions. If you didn't want to do it, just say that. Don't sit there frowning up, making faces, calling your son in there. We saw it. Calling your son in there to deflect, to keep from answering certain questions that he's asking you and be disrespectful. Taking phone calls, you know, and he said he had already told her way prior that they were having this interview. And we talked about this before. And I'm bringing it up because I'm about to go into something else as it relates to Destiny, okay? Why sit there and agree to do an interview with this person? And there was somebody else in Destiny's house that was actually watching her son. So she's sitting there motioning for her son to come to her while she's in the middle of an interview. To disrespect this man like that on his platform. When you could have just said, you know what? I want to end the interview here, which that would have been disrespectful, but I could have respected you enough to understand, hey, she don't want to do the interview, fine. Versus you sitting there making faces, looking crazy, bulging your eyes out, shaking your head, ignoring him when he asks you questions. He's sitting there waiting on you to answer stuff, and you playing with your son. You sitting there giggling and cackling like a 6-year-old on an interview. This is a serious interview. Then you're going to get up and walk away from the interview with your son and they're playing with him. When you could have had a person who was there in your house, I think it's her friend Keisha, who I've seen in several of her lives. She's a shit talker too. She's just like Destiny. Very anal. And she has this narcissistic attitude. Okay? Where she be speaking up for Destiny on her lives. She be all in the video. Destiny be on her live. She be putting her head all in front of the camera over talking Destiny in her videos. That's her. That's the type of person Destiny hang around, because Destiny's like that. She's very, very, like Destiny says, she got that big D energy. Her friend has that same mentality. That's who she hangs with. She overtalks Destiny in all of her lives. And be going off on the people in comments. That's the person Destiny had at her house during the time she had her interview with Anthony Lofty's. So she was in there with Lil Law, which is Destiny's son. And she couldn't even finish her interview because she's sitting there playing with her son. I said, that's so damn disrespectful. Anthony is better than me, and I love you down, bro. But I would have told her ass, listen, first of all, if you don't want to do this interview, say so, and we can go ahead and end it right here. What we're not going to do is play with my time, because I do have other things, other places that I can be. I am taking my time to interview you, to put you on my platform so that you can get viewers and that people will know who you are and know your story. But if you're going to play in my face, then let me go ahead and release you so you can go play in somebody else's face, because that's not what we're going to do today. I would have put her on one of them. Yeah, my time is very valuable. There's something that you can never get back, and that's time. And you're not going to play with mine. If you agree to do an interview, let's do it. If you don't want to speak candidly about your life or whatever it is, boom, get up off my channel. Goodbye. And that's the same problem they are having with her on the show. Carlos King is pissed at her. with her lying ass. She slipped up on another interview, okay, and says that she was cheated on in her marriage. When she sat there and said on Anthony Lofty's interview that there was no cheating in the marriage on either part between she and LeBaric. But then she just went on another interview and lied and said that she was cheated on. So which one is it? And that's my problem. You get to talking too fast, like Martell. You get to talking too fast, and I told y'all when I hear a lie, my radar go off. It's like, I was like, hold up. Because you just said in Anthony Lofty's video, when he interviewed you and asked, did you cheat in the marriage or was there any cheating in the marriage? And you said no. Neither one of us cheated. But then you hop on this other person interview, some lady that interviewed her, and she said, yes, I was cheated on. I've been through things too. She went into this whole rant of what was going on in her marriage and what happened to her too. Okay, just like Martell too. You too. You going around telling lies in your interviews now for clout. I'm gonna say it's for clout. Like some say, you do anything for clout. You doing anything for clout, ma'am. Which one was it? Did he cheat or not? Because you said at the reunion, the previous reunion, that y'all took breaks in your marriage. If you that unhappy to where you got to take breaks and be out here messing around with other people, y'all need to go on to separate and or divorce. The point of being married is to become one. Why are these marriages out here becoming 3 and 4 and 5? What kind of mess is that? If you are that unhappy, get a divorce. And then you gonna sit here and say that you were broken and upset and mad when he filed for divorce. Why is that? If you telling your husband, I want to be with other people, then let me go on and release you so you can do that. Don't be surprised when you get them papers. How you surprised when he filed for divorce and you out here saying y'all want to take breaks, or me and him took breaks? Who was in agreement of these breaks? Because it sounded like it wasn't LeBaric. It's sounding like it wasn't LeBaric that was in agreement with these damn breaks. If he went out here and filed for divorce, obviously he was sick of this arrangement, or sick of you feeling like you needed to step out and be with other people when he was trying to be your everything. If I can't be your everything, I don't want nothing. Give me all or nothing at all. I don't want no pieces. That's what Tamar said on her song. She said, I don't want no pieces. Don't give me no piece of you. I want all. I don't want no piece. What I look like? I'm going to give you the piece right here. Thank you so much, Tammy Bowens. This is the only piece you're going to get from me right here. The deuces. I don't want no pieces. What I look like? What I look like degrading myself when I can find somebody and have all of them? If I got to get something from you and then something else from you and him and her and her and her, like the song be saying, if I got to be picking other people to get all these things that I need from one person, I don't need to be with you. You obviously ain't the one. You went into this marriage destiny without an open mind from the start. You had a nasty attitude. We saw that on the show. LeBaric steady telling you, I want you to take my name. He's telling you, I want you to be my wife. It's an honor to take on your husband's name, but you're sitting there at the table. We're not going to talk about it now. We'll talk about it in therapy. And this man is telling you that he wants you to take on his name. It's crazy. Destiny, her whole mentality is just, I don't know. Girl, who raised you? Were you raised with the same wolves that Ariana Curry was raised with? It's looking like the same damn wolves that... The same wolves that raised Ariana is the same wolves that raised your ass, girl. Because y'all got that same damn mentality. Ariana will take a piece of Martell versus having all of him. She don't give a damn. She's at this point where she said, you know what? I know he with Sheree and with everybody else. I don't give a damn. As long as I can call him on the phone and come over there and get my monthly supply of bumps, baby, I don't care. I will take 10 bumps and y'all can have him. I might not have him all. Maybe he did not, commit to me or whatever. I done gave up 8 years of my life. I will just take a piece. That's what she's on. Sad. It's so sad. It's so sad. That tells me you don't know your worth. Women like that don't know their worth. Destiny, you don't know your worth. To be out here running around on a man who works to take care of you, to put you in a place to make sure you're good. Okay? It's no coincidence that God blessed you to have a child with this man. You tried for years and years and years. You lost 6 children. You said you lost 6 pregnancies trying to have a baby. Everything in life happens for a reason. Let me say this. It's no coincidence that God allowed you to have a child with this man. Okay? So that you can grow and have a family. But you continue to run your mouth and F it up. Because your mentality is just screwed up. You talking about you in therapy? You need to stay in therapy. Take Martell with you when you go. And y'all swing by and let Ariana's ass get in the back seat. All three of y'all go together. Because y'all have the same crazy mentality. Same crazy mentality. It is so crazy. So crazy. Talking about you have breaks in your marriage. Girl, LeBear hit the brake on your ass though. I bet you that. You have breaks in your marriage. Thank you so much for the memberships, y'all. LeBear said, you know what, you want to break? I'm going to go and hit the brake on you. Get out of my life. Get out of my life. Child. Child. It's a hot damn mess, y'all. Hot damn steaming mess. All right. Carlos King is regretting bringing Destiny back for season 6 of Love and Marriage Huntsville because she's still difficult. She still want to do what she want to do like Martell. All right. It says that Carlos King is regretting bringing Destiny back for another season, y'all. He recently spoke up on his channel about Destiny saying that she don't want to tell certain stuff because it's too private. Okay? She don't want to tell certain stuff because it's too private. Everybody else got to tell their life and their story and things that hurt them where they breaking down on the show and crying and being uncomfortable. She don't want to talk about that. Carlos says, then get the F off the show. He saved her job for another season when he really wanted to let her go, but I feel like he felt sorry for her because of the position that she's in with being a single mom now. With really no direction. She done got kicked out of her house. Her house was foreclosed on. She really ain't got shit right now. Okay, she's staying in a little townhome. Okay, I think it's like a little 2-bedroom townhome. And I want to say her friend might stay with her because every time she go live, her friend be there. So I'm thinking maybe she got a roommate or whatnot. I don't know. Don't really care. Okay. Like I said before, you're a whole real estate agent, but you can't save your house. You can sell a house, but you can't save a house. Go off then, girl. Go all the way off. You can sell a house, but you can't save a house. You damn sure can't make a whole housewife either. But moving on. I don't like to call people hoes, but you can't make a whole housewife out here. Alright? You just can't do it, girl. You weren't ready to be married. You feel like you need to be stepping out. But moving on, Carlos is saying he's pissed off and he's tired of this whole narrative of people not wanting to share their life and share things as it relates to the show. Alright? It says that he saved her job and gave her a new contract, alright? And she's not cooperating as she should on this show. And he's pissed about that. He's tired of her ass. Because she's trying to do the same mess she was doing last season. Destiny wants to talk about Madani still. She wants to talk about her real estate venture. I told y'all she tried to start this little business and say she was over it. But her license and stuff was expired. So she wasn't able to be selling no real estate or nothing. But when the bloggers dug it up, then she ran out there and paid the money real quick to go get her